caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
At the CMA Foundation, we believe every child should have the access and opportunity to participate in quality music programs. Music education isn't just important if you're going to make it your career. It helps boost student engagement and achievement across all academic subjects and helps children develop the abilities that set them up for lifelong success. Music has always been a huge part of my life. When I started taking clarinet lessons in 6th grade band, a whole world was open to me. I learned how to read music and play multiple instruments. From there, I sang in choir and learned about melodies and harmonies and chords and how to string them together to make this beautiful thing called music. The music education that I received as a student set me up for success as an adult, not just in my career, but in my life. Music is transformative, and I want to ensure that it's never silenced. Learn how you can help support music education at itstartswithme.org.
Above and Beyond, the intersection of faith and sports, with Auburn head football coach Gus Malzahn.
I'm going to lead by example. I'm not going to try to shove anything down anybody's throat. You know, I look back at some coaches that I really looked up to when I was a young coach. Tom Landry, Tom Osborne. I want to be the example for my players. I want to be the example for young coaches.
Above and Beyond, hosted by Brock Ewell. Subscribe to receive every episode at aboveandbeyondpodcast.com. Your day starts with Brock and Salk's Need to Know every morning at 7:10 on 710 ESPN Seattle.
With you on Operation Football, back on ESPN Radio, ESPN app, and SiriusXM. We might have something we haven't seen all day, guys. I mean, it's 3:15 Eastern. Andrew Hawkins out in Los Angeles. Field Yates, Randy Scott with you here in Bristol. We have not seen a touchdown yet. Offensive, defensive, special team. We've had nada. We've had 5 field goals, almost had 6, but Justin Tucker's long attempt went begging. But now the Chargers are well into the red zone.
Weird. This is a weird situation. They are second and goal, by the way, from the 3. 15
They're
seconds
tight.
down. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. My question here, Randy, is how often is it that there is a game where there actually are points scored, and yet the biggest plays of the game aren't actually points scored? Does that make sense? Like, not scoring plays.
Yeah.
Because the biggest plays in today's game so far, objectively, I would argue Desmond King's 70-yard kickoff return was one of them.
Yep.
All of the fumbles by Lamar Jackson, both those that were recovered by Baltimore and those that were not recovered by Baltimore, because again, if those aren't recovered by Lamar Jackson, that's at least 3 points right there
On each one.
for the Chargers.
Yep.
Early on, he had 3 fumbles, I believe, in the first half. So it's been an interesting game of the close calls that are really defined, and not necessarily these scoring plays.
No, one of my follows up in Boston, Michael Hurley, writes for CBS Sports Boston.
Yeah.
Yep. Whichever one it is. He's like, the Chargers are doing a great job of keeping the Ravens in this game through the strategy of allowing them a free rusher on kicks. Because Baltimore's blocked a field goal, Baltimore's blocked a punt, and the fact that the Ravens only have 3 points to show for any of that is amazing in a negative way. And there was just a completion, Hawk. I know you're ahead of us a little bit on this game, but that was Phillip Rivers throwing to his fullback, Derek Watt, and there was so little on the pass. Watt was open. If he hits him in stride, it's 6. But Watt had to come back for it and sort of catch it while falling down, and he tried to roll into the end zone, you know what I mean, like an Oklahoma drill, and was touchdown inside the 1. So no touchdown. Instead, it's going to be third and goal again.
There was 2 ways they could have got in on that play. Was A, if Derek Rivers didn't throw from his hip all the time and kind of just grenade launched the ball.
Yeah.
If he had the zip to put it in his chest, it would have been an easy touchdown. Also, if Derek would just swallow the pill of going by DJ Watt and joining his brother TJ and JJ as Watt dominance of the NFL Doyle brothers, then that would have been an easy touchdown for him. The football gods would forgive him for deciding to go against his middle name John.
Yeah, do we know why he didn't throw that initial in there?
There's always the one kid who's like a rebel.
Is there bad blood between him and his brothers? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Hawk trying to brew a little controversy right now.
He is he's leaving at least $200,000 in marketing money on the table by not going by DJ Watt.
Well, okay, but right, not only is he leaving all that marketing money on the table, think about all the DJing money yet, right? Like,
oh yeah,
he could command $30K a night on the strip in Vegas, right?
and watts of power. Like that's how you measure radio frequencies. Like, yo,
dude, I can only think of 14 commercials to write right now.
That's it.
DJ Watt. Like, are you serious?
That's just off the top of your head.
Off the top of the dome.
So I'm not sure if they're reviewing it or if they just took a time. Oh no, it was the end of the third quarter. So they're going to open up the fourth quarter. There is a challenge. Chargers are challenging this to see whether or not they got in to the end zone or not before he was touched. Again, Derek Watt had to come back and catch it. He's down, and he tries to roll and extend the ball over, but he's rolling.
Touchdown.
You think it's a touchdown? We'll see. We'll see as he's touched as in like tackled down by the Ravens linebacker. So we'll keep you updated on that. I want to go back to how we got to this point, and that's the fact that the Ravens didn't go for it on 4th and 1. Lamar Jackson facing 3rd and 8 or 9, scrambled for just short. 4th and 1, you're on the plus, what is about 45-yard line, right? 40-yard line. And no, it was closer than that for them to even try to kick a field goal with Justin Tucker, but it was a 50-some-odd-yard attempt, and Tuck on a windy day, and it went begging for Tucker. Why not go for it there, Field? If you're John Harbaugh, you haven't been.
I think the feeling is this. The defense, the glass has not yet been broken in our defense, right? We're still 12 points. We've been able to keep them in check. We have some momentum after the block kick. We make this a 12-6 game, and perhaps we can uncork a touchdown from our offense. But, Randy, hindsight's 20/20, and all of a sudden this game feels over.
Yeah, if he's
touchdown right here.
If he's in, yeah, then it's done. Hawk, I mean, you and I were sort of like, yeah, well, why not go there? You know, you got either Kenneth Dixon or Gus Edwards or Lamar himself or whatever it is. Why not go for it there?
That's what we're trying to figure out. In my mind, they need a spark. They needed something. If Lamar they would zone read it, right? I mean, maybe that's it because we all know what play was going to come if they were going to go for it because they've done the same play 100 times. But if they needed a spark as an offense, they needed something to put points on the board. They needed a touchdown in that specific moment, and I feel like they missed on an opportunity to do so and just played it too safe.
I think the first touchdown wins this game, no matter who scores it. I think if Baltimore holds them to a field goal here and then gets down and scores a touchdown, I think Baltimore wins this thing. With 15 full minutes, you have the fourth quarter to deal with here. The call in the field does stand, so it's going to be 3rd and goal here for Anthony Lynn and Phillip Rivers and the Chargers, and we'll see what they dial up. But if the Bolts get in here, I think it's over.
It's blouses, man.
It's game blouses. Does anybody want to come inside for pancakes? Anything jump out to you about what Sal Paolantonio had to say about the Eagles and their game plan? I think if you have to have somebody lined up across from Khalil Mack, I think Lane Johnson is a nice option to have. But at the same time, like,
well, as he was saying, though, he anticipates that Khalil Mack will do most of his work opposite of Jason Peters. The Eagles' left tackle has been a bit hampered by injury so far this year. I think the reality of these great pass rushers, edge rushers, or disruptive interior linemen, whether it's an Aaron Donald or whether it's Chris Jones for the Chiefs, players like that is, oh, by the way, we got some drama taking place right now. But what I would say, guys, is that the most important thing that you can often do is not let them do what they do best, right? Like, not let them be a force as a pass rusher. And the way you do that is by dominating them in the running game as best you can. Run right at Khalil Mack on every snap early. Make him do what he probably, listen, he does not hate to defend the run, but I think that Khalil Mack would rather rush the passer, as any great pass rusher would, than be met at the point of attack with the fullback or an offensive tackle or an extra lineman, something of that nature. Like, I think you have to go right at Khalil Mack and make him feel uncomfortable from the get-go.
What they're looking at right now in Baltimore, and you talk about a massive swing.
Yeah.
So that was 3rd and goal from the 1, from inside the 1 for the Chargers. Melvin Gordon to the goal line, and I mean the whisper of the goal line. The ball comes out. Marlon Humphrey recovers it for Baltimore, returns it 100 yards plus.
Yes.
And Baltimore celebrates a touchdown.
It should be a touchdown for the Chargers.
It should be we're just eyeballing the reviews here. The ball is moving in Gordon's hands. But is like that after he touches the ground? The ball looks like it's moving.
It's past the goal line right
Past the goal line as Gordon is on the ground and the ball is on the ground. It's in his hands and it's crossed, I mean, the first couple centimeters of that goal line. That's all you need, though.
But
the call of the field, Hawk.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm getting excited.
Do you think it's a
you
fumble? No, do you think it's a fumble and a Ravens touchdown? Because it's one of the
two. He's not touched going across the goal line, but as he's reaching, the ball appears, in my view of what I'm seeing when you look at the end zone view of this play, the ball isn't secured in his hands. He's switching it back and forth, which could mean he doesn't have control of it before he goes across the goal line.
All right, Eric Weddle got through and upended him. Got through and got low on his legs. That made Melvin Gordon have to jump / fall / stumble a little earlier than he wanted. The ball is loose as Gordon is coming to the ground.
Do we know that? You really think so?
I think right
Look at there.
there.
Right? I don't think
you don't think you think it's in his left hand?
It's bam.
If that's what they decide.
When the ball hits the ground, the question is the ball short of the line to gain, which in this case is the goal line, in which case it will be a touchdown.
Right, it's not short.
I think that it's the ball, the nose of the ball is just over the goal line. And I got to tell you guys, the Chargers have scored in back-to-back plays. And if they rule that the Ravens are the one that scored a touchdown here, what a disaster and a terrible look that would be for the refs. Terrible look. If they
I disagree.
Oh, boy.
You're absolutely right. All right, well, this is a massive swing. We hope to have it sorted out in just a moment, but they're going to look at it again. The call on the field is touchdown, and I believe it was ruled dead on the field as well, so it would not be a touchdown back the other way for the Ravens.
I think it's got to be 4th and goal. Or touchdown.
If it's anybody's touchdown, it's a Chargers touchdown, whether or not that remains the case or not, or it's another 4th down for the Bolts. We'll keep you current on that. It's Operation Football, ESPN Radio, and the ESPN app.
Hey, y'all, we're taking the Marty Party to a whole new level with the Marty Smith's America podcast with Ryan Lee.
I wish I would have treated people better. That's the one thing I probably could have controlled and done differently.
The Marty Smith's America podcast on the ESPN app and Apple Podcasts.
Message and data rates may apply.
When did it become okay for men to be lazier, softer, fatter? We need to bring the men of this country back to greatness. And it's easier than ever with Ageless Male Max, a patent-pending formula with an ingredient that helps boost your total testosterone, promoting greater increases in muscle size and twice the reduction of body fat percentage than exercise alone. Plus, an amazing 64% increase in nitric oxide, which can be handy in the gym and in the bedroom. Take your manhood to the max by trying your first 30-day bottle free. Just pay shipping and handling. Not 10 days, not 15 days, but a full 30-day supply free when you text the word HUGE to 797979. Finally, a formula that boosts total testosterone. If your results with Ageless Male Max are too intense, please decrease use. For your free bottle, text HUGE to 797979. Text HUGE to 797979.
710 ESPN Seattle.
Well, you've heard about employee pricing. It's on now at Evergreen Chevrolet. So, Dan, you're telling me I could buy any car in the lot for exactly what Tony or Wally or even you would pay?
That's right, Mike. You pay what we pay and not 1 penny more. Like Colorado Extended Cab 4x4s for just $24,900.
$24,900 for a Colorado 4x4? Look, these are some of the hottest trucks on the road, and Evergreen Chevrolet has over 80 of them in stock. Z71s, ZR2s. You get employee pricing on any of them. So shop 10 other Chevy stores, but then click evergreenchevrolet.com.
Employee pricing for all is on now. I guarantee you'll not pay a penny more than us. Always more, always for less. Find new roads to evergreenchevrolet.com, or as always, exit 15 I-90 Issaquah.
MSRP $29,595 less $46.95 Evergreen Chevrolet discount and Chevy cash incentives for at this price. Sale ends 1/6/19. Negotiable dock service fee of $150 may be added to purchase price. Bins posted at dealerships. See dealer for details.
Evergreen until I die.
Every 9 minutes, someone is diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a chronic neurological disorder that has no cure.
She had been diagnosed about 6 months ago, and her doctor told her to get her affairs in order, and she left that appointment thinking that every day was going to be her last.
Jean Allenbach says since 1961, the American Parkinson's Disease Association has supported research toward a cure and is there to lend a helping hand for people dealing with this chronic but not fatal disease every single day.
Yes, there's challenges with Parkinson's and things that come along with it, but you can live a full life with Parkinson's. And that's the thing that just got to me, is that there's people out there living with Parkinson's that don't know that we're here to turn to and feel alone.
That's why Bonneville, Seattle is proud to partner with the Seattle Seahawks and Carter Subaru in honoring the American Parkinson's Disease Association as our charity of the month. Find out more at mynorthwest.com.
Okay, men.
This is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. No, you won't. Because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Everything Seattle sports at once. Need to know with Brock and Salk. Every morning at 7:10 on 710 ESPN Seattle. ESPN Radio Sports Center.
NFL wrapping up today, and the Chargers lead the Ravens 20-3 early in the fourth quarter in Baltimore. Melvin Gordon with the first touchdown of the game moments ago. A short run on 4th and goal, and LA converted the two-point conversion to give them a 17-point lead. Mike Badgley, 4 field goals. Justin Tucker missed a 50-yard field goal attempt for the Ravens. That's his first miss in the postseason. He had been 9 for 9. Later today in Chicago, Bears face the defending champion Eagles. ESPN's Jeff Saturday on the quarterback matchup. Philadelphia's Nick Foles and Chicago's Mitchell Trubisky.
Saint Nick, right? And what he does for this Eagles football team, he is what they all have been bought into. They have believed in this. You've seen the way their offense has thrived here the last few weeks, and it's all because of Nick Foles. Everybody buys into what he does. Now go over to Trubisky. Fellow Tar Heels, I got to prop him up. He has played very well under Matt Nagy, understanding what he needs to do. Both guys will play a big key today.
Mitchell Trubisky, the first Bears quarterback to pass for at least 3,000 yards, run for 400 yards. Nick Foles has won 5 straight games with his team being the underdog, including all 3 in games last postseason. Broncos have blocked teams from interviewing senior personnel advisor Gary Kubiak for offensive coordinator jobs. Falcons and Bengals both asked for permission to interview Kubiak. NBA Celtics point guard Kyrie Irving will return for Monday night's game against Brooklyn after missing the last 2 games with inflammation in his left eye. NHL Hurricanes lead the Senators 5-4 late third period.
Cowboys win! Keep the train rolling. Dak Prescott's a winner. Cowboys win! That and more Monday. It's the Will Cain Show. Weekdays at 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, and ESPN News.
This is Operation Football on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Tweet the show using the 1-800-Flowers.com Twitter feed at ESPN Radio.
Back with the Operation Football. Back on ESPN Radio, back on the ESPN app, Sirius XM Channel 80. ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance, comparing rates to help you save. Call or click today and find out how much Progressive could save you. We finally have it, guys. We finally have 6 points on the board in Baltimore.
Chargers and Ravens.
And to tell us how we got it, let's get down to Craig Heist. Hello, Craig.
You mean you don't want to talk about the 6 field goals?
We could. We could.
Well, anyway, Michael Bagley has 4 of those, and but the touchdown here just a moment ago by Melvin Gordon on a 4th and 1 from about the half-foot line gives the Chargers now a 20-3 lead. Now, on the play before that, it appeared he got into the end zone. They ruled it a touchdown, but they took a look at it on replay and ruled that his knee had hit the ground, or his elbow actually had hit the ground before he got to the end zone. So they went on for it on 4th down, then went for 2, and Phillip Rivers completed the pass for the 2-point conversion. So with 13:09 to play here in the fourth quarter, 20-3, Chargers have the lead. Now, we'll tell you this, Lamar Jackson just 3 of 10 passing for 25 yards. He's got 40 yards on the ground rushing. The Phillip Rivers right now, 20-29 for 152 yards, and the Chargers defense has been one of the main stories in this game because they kind of spread it out a little bit, and they game plan from that game from 2 weeks ago out in L.A., and they bottled up this Ravens running attack and running offense that Lamar runs right now. 20-3, they got the lead due to the Chargers here in the fourth quarter.
All right, Craig, thank you. Again, Craig Heist joining us as all guests do on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. So, I kind of was thinking the first touchdown in this game is going to win it. I think it's easier to say that now that the Chargers are the ones to get it, 20-3. Why don't we be irresponsible? All right, why don't we be prisoners of the moment as Andrew Hawkins perks up at the mention of irresponsible? Okay, listen. What does Lamar Jackson have to do to get NFL level proficient in the passing game, Hawk? And is he capable of doing that, or is the offensive staff in Baltimore capable of getting that out of him?
I don't know if the offensive staff in Baltimore is able to get that out of him. I was just sitting here thinking, even as we were talking, Lamar Jackson has played bad, right? He's completed 3 passes in a playoff game. Has he played serviceable to this point? Has he done some really good things? Is he super athletic? Yes, he's done a lot of great things. He's gotten his team to 6-1. That being said, at this point, if you are calling plays in Baltimore and you are not opening it up, like, I get you may not trust his arm. You may not think what he's capable. I don't know what he's capable of. They may know better than what they see in practice, but when it comes to playing in the game, they have to just start calling plays the way they call plays and try to ride or die with his arm. If he throws 4 picks, he throws 4 picks. It answers your questions. But this game is out of reach, and to be honest, it never quite felt like the Baltimore Ravens were in it because the defense of the Chargers did a great job of neutralizing the threat of Lamar Jackson, and they are not able to put points on the board. At this point, it has to come down to play calling. Call the plays that you have that you would call for any other quarterback, and just cross your fingers and hope for the best.
What about you, Field? I mean, is he put in the best position here to succeed as the starter, presumed starter, right, in 2019 and beyond?
Here's the reality, is that you have to do a long, hard evaluation of how you take this offense to the next level with Lamar Jackson going into 2019. He was not supposed to be the starter this year, and he was not the starter until Joe Flacco got hurt. As a matter of fact, I think absent that hip injury from Flacco, the Ravens may have stayed the course with Flacco, even though it was very uninspiring for him prior to that hip injury. You have 7 months to sort of install not necessarily a new offense, because the key ingredients are right now, right? I mean, you have the bare bones of what you're going to do offensively. The running concepts are going to stay the same. But you've got to find ways to keep a defense.
What's up, Big? What's up, DJ? How's it going, guys?
Quarterback. Because right now, Randy, if it's a gotta-have-it situation when they have to throw it, the defense is you might as well play 11 on 10 or 12 on 11.
Yeah.
He's just that unrefined as a passer, right? And that's not to say he can't become a passer that is proficient, but right now he is not that. So the reality for the Ravens and their success this season, and not said this year is over yet, but it's obviously looking bleak right now with 12, 37, 6, 5, 4, and counting on the clock, and they're down by 17 points, is that the Chargers are going to have to win this year. The Ravens are going to have to win this year by playing on script, which is a close game that their defense can keep them in, and they can be opportunistic on special teams and defense. Oh, by the way, today there was a point where the Chargers went up 9-0. That was the largest lead the Ravens had ever faced with Lamar Jackson as a starter.
Yeah.
So they have kept games. Every single game to this point, all 7 he had started, they kept things on script. Think about the Chiefs game. The Chiefs, the high-flying offense, the NFL leader in scoring. They won that game 30-24, whatever it was overtime. Remember, it was 24-17 until that miracle 4th and 9 throw from Patrick Mahomes to Tyreek Hill that literally one person on this planet can make, and that's Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
So the Ravens have been able to stay on schedule for the first 7 games of Lamar Jackson's starting tenure. Now they're off schedule, and the result is that not only is it not close, or not only is it they're losing, it's not even close. Like they're getting taken to the woodshed right now as Phillip Rivers gets up and scrambles for a first down. I love that guy.
That was about as fast as I've ever seen Phillip Rivers move, by the way. And Phillip Rivers will not cuss, but will let you know when he does something well. And that point, that was sort of a Deshaun Watson-esque, like pick up the first down, pop up, make the first down signal. As Phillip Rivers, I want to make sure I get, I want to make sure I get the yardage totals here, because Rivers has had a couple of scrambles. He's going to go over 15 yards rushing.
Yeah, he is.
Wow. And Lamar Jackson only has 40 yards rushing. I'm just saying, Rivers is keeping that within range, covering the spread. At this point, with 12:20 or so to play in the fourth quarter, Lamar Jackson, 3 of 10 passing, 25 yards.
Not great there. Not great there.
That's where we're at.
But, Huck, did you ever play with somebody that was so far behind as a thrower early on in his career and you thought there was a chance he could turn it around, and he did?
Name names.
I feel like that's a pointed question there, Field. I feel like there's a name that you want me to throw out here.
No, I'm not even. I'm assuming you want me to mention RG3, and I'm not talking about RG3.
I was thinking Menzel.
I thought you were talking about Andy Dalton. Okay, so we're all on the same page. Okay.
Andy Dalton. Okay, that works too. So we're all on the same page.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, you've seen it. I mean, what happens is guys come into the league. The game is a little different. It's faster. It's not like college where your ability kind of thrust you past the majority of the defenses you're going against because you're better than the rest of the guys you're playing against. As simple as that. In the NFL game, everybody is good, and there is a slow process, slow rollout. Now, I will say Lamar Jackson's rollout is a lot slower as a passer than any other quarterback that I've seen in a long time. But to look at the ceiling of maybe like, okay, what can he turn into? You're going to need a play caller who understands his skills, understands his capabilities, and crafts something probably we've never seen in the NFL to pull those out and show that, okay, this guy can be a starting quarterback in this league for a long time and to have sustained wins and have sustained success and playoff success. Lamar is very young. It's going to take time. He doesn't fully trust himself. The coaches around him don't fully trust him. I don't blame anybody for that. It's just the reality of the situation.
Right now at running back for the Chargers, it's Justin Jackson.
Shout out to
Northwestern.
That's right.
Seventh round pick.
Seventh round pick.
Late in that draft, so he's getting some burn right now at running back. We said, and you could see it, Melvin Gordon is not 100%. And that was before the first quarter sort of, offensive lineman knee-to-knee collision there that he had. And he came back in, and so did Eric Weddle. Eric Weddle's been back in this game making plays for the Ravens, but Gordon is the one who has the play that's put up 6 points and the only touchdown we've seen today as the Chargers have a 20-3 lead, still about 9:40 to play, and a flag on 3rd and 5 as the Bolts are trying to pick this up well in Ravens territory. If this result holds, both road teams in the AFC on Wild Card Weekend would win and move on. We'll take a little bit of a first look, a little peek, right, at Colts Chiefs and potentially Chargers Patriots. And I get it, Chargers fans, you're like, we've seen this script before. Can we wait till we have zeros on the clock? No, because we don't care about that karma. We'll jump in on that and also obviously look ahead to the later game today. Eagles and the Bears from Chicago. Andrew Hawkins, Field Gates, Randy Scott with you. It's Operation Football on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This show and all of ESPN is streaming live on the ESPN app. Download the ESPN app today and take ESPN everywhere.
Hey guys, have you been hearing about low T and testosterone therapy? Testosterone is the cornerstone of a man's health. After age 30, we may lose about 2% of our testosterone each year. This causes us to lose energy, get fatter, lose sex drive, and disrupts our sleep. We think we are just getting old, when that feeling is really caused by low T. Universal Men's Clinic has local medical providers specializing in restoring your testosterone. We have had success with many patients.
Our medical staff will monitor every step of your progress, evaluating your blood levels and symptoms. Within a few weeks, many patients have reported more natural energy and a better sex drive. Within a few months, many active patients report stronger bodies and the physical performance of their younger days.
Call Universal Men's Clinic at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit universalmensclinic.com.
Come to Shane Company to create your dream engagement ring. I'm Rorton Shane, 4th generation jeweler.
And I'm Alicia, our lead designer. Most people don't realize this, but other jewelers in Seattle stock the exact same ring styles as each other. There's nothing unique about them. At Shane Company, my design team creates exclusive rings in every price range.
Rings that you'll never find anywhere else.
We have over 1,000 styles, including dazzling halo rings, symbolic infinity rings, detailed vintage rings, really anything you could possibly want. You'll have fun choosing your favorite ring style, and then you get to customize it with a center stone that really speaks to you.
And fits your budget. Choose from the largest selection of loose diamonds, rubies, and sapphires in every size, shape, and color.
A Shane Company engagement ring is easy to love because it's unique, and you created it.
Now you have a friend in the diamond business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
At the CMA Foundation, we believe every child should have the access and opportunity to participate in quality music programs. Music education isn't just important if you're going to make it your career. It helps boost student engagement and achievement across all academic subjects and helps children develop the abilities that set them up for lifelong success. Music has always been a huge part of my life. When I started taking clarinet lessons in 6th grade band, a whole world was open to me. I learned how to read music and play multiple instruments. From there, I sang in choir and learned about melodies and harmonies and chords, and how to string them together to make this beautiful thing called music. The music education that I received as a student set me up for success as an adult, not just in my career, but in my life. Music is transformative, and I want to ensure that it's never silenced. Learn how you can help support music education at itstartswithme.org.
Your day starts with Brock and Salk's Need to Know every morning at 7:10 on 710 ESPN Seattle.
Shots of some dejected quarterbacks on that Ravens sideline. Robert Griffin III in a hooded sweatshirt, did not dress for the game, inactive. Joe Flacco active but disinterested in talking to anybody, it would appear. This could be the end of his Ravens
this has got to be
career, right?
But he's got to come in right now, right? You have to.
He doesn't look like he's coming in.
I know.
It's Lamar Jackson with his helmet on as the kickoff. There's another Chargers field goal, by the way. So Mike Badgley is now, 5 for 6 field goal wise? He had one blocked.
Right. That was really, I hate people.
20.
That was a bad hold. Bad snap, bad hold. That's hard to blame Badgley. That ball, he was kicking it, at an angle. I actually don't want it to be, he legitimately does not deserve blame for that kick. And it's still Lamar Jackson on the field, by the way.
It is still Lamar Jackson, as it's now 23-3. Lamar comes out throwing, finding Willie Snead there.
They now have positive passing yards.
Moving.
There we go, baby. It's a start.
Got to move the ball down the field. 8:50 to play there in Baltimore. Reminder here on Operation Football on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app and SiriusXM Channel 80. We're presented by Progressive Insurance. We're also brought to you by Pennzoil Synthetics, taking synthetic motor oil performance to a whole new level. Make the switch to Pennzoil Synthetics today. Field Yates, Andrew Hawkins, Randy Scott with you. We've started to get some actives and inactives here for the NFC game set to kick off in a little bit, just less than an hour, actually.
Less than an hour, that's right,
in Chicago, the Eagles and the Bears. Eddie Jackson is active for Chicago.
Yep, that's good news.
It's a nice boost for their secondary. Trey Burton
What's up, Hockey? How you doing today, man?
He got hurt yesterday.
That was a late ad this week,
late ad. Questionable, I believe, was a thigh or a groin injury for Trey Burton.
No good.
I mean, it's always weird, Hawk, though, when it pops up on Saturday. Right? So there's sort of two ways it happens, though. Somehow you get hurt during a walkthrough, which sometimes feels improbable to me. The other one is that you get hurt early in the week, but doesn't impact your availability at practice at all, and then something flares late in the week that has nothing to do with, it didn't happen. It didn't get re-aggravated on the field. It just got re-aggravated.
I'm doing okay. Recovering from yesterday's Hawks loss, and I'm just getting ready for this basketball break.
Friday,
so otherwise, not too shabby.
I walked through practice, but it's just helmets. There's no pads. And I dove for a ball across the middle, landed on my knee, and I had what's called a lavallée lesion, where the skin of your knee separates from, the bone. It doesn't rupture. The skin doesn't break, but it's, swells up, swelling everything, and the knee blows up. Ugh. So I was on a Saturday injury report, didn't play that week or the following week. So there are instances where it does make sense. Now, I don't know what Trey Burton's injury is, but that's, the worst possible scenario you could have, where you get hurt, in a breeze practice before, especially the first round of the playoffs.
I like how you were so I had this thing where basically my skin was rejecting my body and my knee was swollen up the size of a basketball. Wait, pause a beat. I don't know what Trey Burton's injury was. I'm sure the hangnail was really tough, but just putting himself out there. Tough man. So now 3rd and 11 here for the Ravens as Lamar Jackson basically scrambled himself into a sack there.
If you just go down below on the page, there's a
yard line. if
a link
this
to the
result
eBay.
holds, guys, and it's starting to look more and more like we will have the Chargers taking on the Patriots next week at Foxborough, and then the other matchup, Colts at Chiefs. Those two teams have a history in the postseason, and so do the Chargers and the Patriots, and it's been
if you just go like a little down below, if you scroll down, you'll see a link
when Tom Brady
for
and
the
Phillip Rivers have been
eBay.
the
But
quarterback.
how about this? I'm actually speaking with members of our great research team, specifically Kyle Sapi, one of the smartest people here at ESPN, about whether or not there has been a larger gap between games started with the same two quarterbacks in the postseason as we are about to get, if this game holds, with Tom Brady and Phillip Rivers. The last time these two teams faced off in the playoffs was all the way back on January 20th, 2008. That was the AFC Championship game during the 2007 season. The Patriots were at home. That was the year they went 16-0 during the regular season. So we're talking about a 10-year and 51-week gap, so nearly 11 years. That, to me, feels like it's got to be about as big of a gap as you'll ever see between two quarterbacks both starting the same teams in the postseason. That's crazy.
Was that the game where Rivers had a
He was
torn
playing on
ACL?
Yeah,
that's
guy's a
what
beast.
Yeah, I remember. That
On
was
a torn ACL. The final score was 20-12. That was
What's up, real big Al? How's it going today, bud?
Listen, courageous efforts is definitely something that applies there to Phillip Rivers. I know that it's an effort in vain in the sense they didn't win.
Right.
But to play on a torn ACL, like, are you kidding me? It's a 9-month injury.
Here, Hawk, of these two teams, Ravens and Chargers, I got to think the Patriots are happy with the potential outcome here, that it could be the Bolts next week. I mean, it seems like defensively that's a little bit easier of an assignment for Tom Brady and company.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I mean, honestly, it's just playoffs. I mean, Phil can tell you better than anyone that Bill Belichick, I just don't think they care. At this point, Tom Brady, I don't think they care. Yeah, I think the matchup is better for the Bolts than it is the Baltimore Ravens because their defense is super duper stingy. But I don't like either one of these teams against the Patriots, to be honest. I picked the Patriots early in the season, not before the season, as my AFC champ. I'm going to stick with it. I don't know if there's much logic to it, or as we talked about earlier, just because I want to be right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ride it out, Randy. That's just where I'm at with it.
Aside from wanting to be right and writing it out and all that, is there anything tangible that supports what you're saying? Like anything you can be like, no, this is it. This time of year, they have this, they do this well. That's what you need.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the Patriots is, in a weird way, I feel like they'll benefit from Josh Gordon being out. Now, he was an incredible weapon for Tom Brady. They had a really good chemistry. It kind of helped spread things around. But as they go into the playoffs and they have like their nucleus of the same guys they've had for a while, I just think it bodes well for their chemistry and the way that they've played down the stretch. There's been years and years and years where we've looked at matchups and saying, oh, the Patriots don't do this well, this team does that well. The Patriots don't do this thing good and the other team does that thing great.
Mm-hmm.
And year after year, it's the same outcome. And at this point, it's the Nick Foles rule, man. I might add a third rule that you just don't bet against the Patriots.
All right, third rule. That one, the other one in the grievance. I get it. All right, we have another update. We have more points on the board in Baltimore.
Chargers and Ravens.
And maybe we should slow down with some of our talk about next week. Craig Heist has an update.
Well, at least for right now, but it might not be much longer. 23-10 now. The Ravens inch closer and get within 13 with 6:33 to go, and they do it in the strength of a Lamar Jackson touchdown pass, 31 yards to Michael Crabtree in the corner of the end zone. But Jackson now 7 of 16 for just 103 yards, and really this pass drive was the best of the game. Phillip Rivers 20 for 30, 152 yards, and Gordon has the one touchdown run for the Chargers, but they do have 5 field goals in the game. 23-10, Ravens trail the Chargers, 6:33 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Ravens.
All right, Craig, thank you much. Justin Tucker and the Ravens lining up to kick an onside kick after that with about 6.5 minutes to play. It was no surprise. They were lined up. There's a flag on that one. We'll see what they're sorting out. But Justin Tucker, field one of the best kickers in football.
He might be the best kicker ever, Randy.
Best kicker ever?
He might be. When he finishes it up.
You're forgetting about Pete Stoyanovich.
No, Adam Vinatieri is the greatest kicker of all time.
All right?
Adam Vinatieri.
Yes.
To me, is the most clutch kicker of all time.
Agreed.
But Justin Tucker, in terms of ability, might be the best we'll ever see. But weirdly, CBS just flashed a great nugget that he's 0 for 11 in onside kick attempts. That's the worst amongst active kickers in the NFL.
Yep.
He's now 0 for 12 because the Chargers just recovered an onside kick attempt by Justin Tucker. By the way, is there like an onside kick specialist? Like, I can't think of anybody that's really good at onside kicks. We saw one last night in the Seattle Cowboys game where Michael Dixon had to drop kick it.
Yeah, we saw an attempt at one.
I can't think of one, right?
I can't either. I mean, the success rate in the NFL is right around, it's less than 10%. In college, it's at 25%, but it's really hard. It's really hard to do. It's really hard to execute. There's so many moving parts that go into it. You obviously have to wait the 10 yards. And, yeah, it looks like, the flag's going to be for some sort of false start on Baltimore.
Yeah.
So, 0 for 12 is Justin Tucker.
On the Chargers, they're saying. Which is interesting.
All right. Well, either way, Justin Tucker goes to 0 for 12, and now it's a 13-point lead. Possession goes to Los Angeles with about 6.5 minutes to play there. Do we have time to get into? We don't, to Colts and Chiefs. I don't want to get into that, and we are going to start up our final hour of the show here at 4 p.m. on the East Coast in just a couple of minutes.
Did you get the link
there,
there,
Hockey? A
Hockey?
little bit more of Bears and the Eagles, and maybe look ahead to some of the potential NFC matchups for next week as well, as the divisional round is sort of, to me, my favorite and the best round of the playoffs, where you get the one seeds joining the party and you get everybody else who's already won a game to get to that point. So we'll update you on the game.
We got a re-kick of the onside kick.
And they're going to redo the onside kick. So maybe Justin Tucker isn't 0 for 12 yet. Maybe he's about to be, as they're going to kick it to the other side of the field, the near side of the field. What happens there, we'll keep you updated on that and look ahead to the NFC and the Bears and the Eagles. That much more. Field Gates, Andrew Hawkins, Randy Scott with you. It's Operation Football, ESPN Radio.
Your radio, your computer, your phone. Or just tell your smart speaker to play ESPN Radio.
Now playing ESPN Radio.
Take ESPN.
I'm in Seattle.
Everywhere.
Cars that sound like
just right outside of Seattle in a town called Fall City.
To
So
protect their engines in extreme conditions.
about a 20-minute drive to
Top racing
downtown.
teams know that Pennzoil Synthetics give them the performance to help them succeed. And your car's engine deserves the same. Because your daily commute is no less important. Get complete protection for top engine performance, just like the pros. Visit Pennzoil.com/rebate to save on Pennzoil Synthetics. Terms apply.
It's time for some straight talk. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, we had a huge windstorm last night, so after all this, I get to go out
coverage on your smartphone, Wingo.
whip out the chainsaw.
I want the best nationwide coverage then. Well,
Go pick up a lot of branches and trees that fell, and it's pretty bad. One of the biggest windstorms we've had in a long time.
Run with it. Take it to the house.
With nationwide coverage on America's largest and most dependable 4G LTE networks, get the Straight Talk $45 unlimited plan with 15 gigs of high-speed data. Only at Walmart. Savings may vary. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
710 ESPN Seattle.
Every 9 minutes, someone is diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a chronic neurological disorder that has no cure.
She had been diagnosed about 6 months ago, and her doctor told her to get her affairs in order, and she left that appointment thinking that every day was going to be her last.
Jean Allenbach says since 1961, the American Parkinson's Disease Association has supported research toward a cure and is there to lend a helping hand for people dealing with this chronic but not fatal disease every single day.
Where's that
Yes,
at?
there's challenges with Parkinson's and things that come along with it, but you can live a full life with Parkinson's, and that's the thing that just got to me, is that there's people out there with Parkinson's that don't know that we're here to turn.
Yeah, it's the wind around this area. It's been kind of nuts. We had a tornado not here where I live, but
Parkinson's Disease Association as our charity of the month.
I
Find
don't know,
out
about
more at mynorthwest.com.
60 miles from where I'm at.
Okay, man.
It's kind of strange for
This is your
Washington State to have those.
Maybe you didn't choose this.
Did a
You're
lot of
here now.
damage.
You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go grocery shopping.
The weather's been kind of
clean.
strange
Be there
last
emotionally
couple
and
months.
physically.
I've
You
never.
gotta
We've
dig
had so
deeper.
many windstorms in the
Drive
last 2
physically.
months.
Doctor's appointments.
It's just
Don't you
bizarre.
forget about the pharmacy.
I've lived here for 42
No, you
years
won't.
and
Because
can't recall
that's what caregivers
this much
do.
wind.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you.
Emergency calls. Hydro crews are working on major power outages. This is still a fluid and active situation tonight, but we have plenty of visuals for you. I'll give you an idea just how bad this storm is. Let's bring in Johanna Wagstaff with the latest. Johanna.
Well, Kara, let's just start off by reminding everyone this is still an active storm line. So if you are in eastern Ontario or southern Quebec, storms roll through your area. Take cover tonight. These are very dangerous storms. So just earlier this evening, Environment Canada confirming tornado touching down in Dunrobin, that outer suburb of Ottawa, before tracking north into the Gatineau area. I want to take you to some stills out of Dunrobin community where it sounds like we are seeing the worst of the damage. Mayor of Ottawa actually reporting in local media that there are about 60 affected homes in the Dunrobin community, viewing images from a drone that the community has just set up. The West Carleton Secondary School in Dunrobin is now an emergency shelter. Red Cross is there, and paramedics are attending to injured people. There are several reports of people who were trapped in their cars and homes. Firefighters are now going door to door to assess the condition of everyone. But as you see these damage pictures, it is truly devastating. Just starting to understand the long track of what was likely a very strong tornado. I want to take you back to that video. Again, touching down in Dunrobin earlier this evening, likely as an EF2 on that 0 to 5 tornado strength scale. Here you can actually see some video. I think this is just north of Gatineau at the end of.
Wow, Hockey, that's some crazy stuff. Did you get a lot of damage at your house?
Filling in for Carson Wentz, and ESPN's Charles Woodson says that Foles should look for veteran Darren Sproles in this one.
Darren Sproles in this Philadelphia offense, with him and Nick Foles back in the offense, this team is undefeated. But in particular with Darren Sproles on the field, this team averages 6.6 yards per play. You look at the Kansas City Chiefs, they're the only team in the league that average more yards per play than this team when they have Darren Sproles on the field. So if they have any chance
today, that's good. Glad to hear that. Yeah, we have a bunch of down trees here.
Team being the underdog. Texans head coach
I haven't heard of any
today that receiver Demaryius
major
Thomas
damage
wants
yet,
to play again next
but
season.
I haven't really
Thomas
watched
suffered
the news.
Season-ending Achilles injury last month. 3 games in the NBA right now, all in the first quarter. The Timberwolves have raced out to a 26-7 lead on the Lakers.
What's up, DJ?
7-10. Derrick Rose out for a 5th straight game with a sprained ankle. Magically, the Clippers 22-15 in LA. And also in the first, Nets a 17-12 lead on the Bulls. In Chicago, Bulls have dropped 3 straight.
Hey, it's the guys. Join us Monday. We'll have the funniest thing from the sports weekend. Plus, I'll have my weekend observations. That is Monday on the Dan Le Batard Show with me, Stu Gatz, on ESPN Radio.
Everything Seattle sports at once. Need to know with Brock and Salk every morning at 7:10 on 710 ESPN Seattle.
Yeah, well, thank goodness I have a generator, so we lost power. Half of the lake is out of power, but we have a generator, so we're pretty good.
Let's get after it. Game breakers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
This is Operation Football.
Let's go.
On ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Now alongside Field Yates and Andrew Hawkins, here's Randy Scott.
What's up, Fitz? The Warriors are on eBay if you're interested in them. So, Fitz, if you go on eBay, you can bid on them. I'll put a little bit of a link here for you.
That's the song, man. That gets us fired up for the 4th and final hour here of Operation Football on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. SiriusXM Channel 80. Great to have you with us.
Oh, good, Hockey. Yeah, we have one. We have one of those big ones hardwired to the house.
Maybe doing some meal prep. whatever it is that
It's
people
a
do
nice
on
one.
Sundays when it doesn't involve football actively. So we're glad to help you with that. Wherever your football Sunday is taking you, thanks for taking us along. We're presented by Progressive Insurance. Guests join us on the Shell Pennzoil Performance
Yeah,
Line
they're
tweet
lifesaver,
on the
especially if you lose power
1-800-Flowers.com
and
Twitter
stuff.
feed at ESPN Radio. Andrew Hawkins is here. Field Yates is here.
And
I'm
if you have
Randy
a deep
Scott,
freeze
at
with
Randy
lots of
Scott
meat and stuff,
ESPN,
yeah, you
at Field
definitely
Yates,
want one.
and at Hawk on Twitter.
Using
The
one
Ravens are not
freezer
going
full of meat
quietly.
would pay for
Something's
one.
brewing, Randy. They're not going quietly. It's 23-10. You're on the right side of the 2-minute warning, and that looked like a duck off the arm of Lamar Jackson, but it was just over the safety. And was that
That was Derwin James.
Was it Kenneth Dixon who caught it?
Kenneth Dixon caught it. Yep.
All right. So it was a long catch and run down inside the 10, but no, just outside the 10, but bumped back due to a false start penalty. So then Lamar Jackson is forced to throw his, honestly, you got 2.5 minutes to play and you're down 13 points. You got to throw it. But that's where we stand right now. We'll keep you updated on whether or not the Ravens are able to get 6 out of this thing, which they so desperately need. But let's look ahead to
Try that
what
link.
we've got with the
Fitz,
Bears
just
and Eagles
copy and
kicking off in
paste it in
about
your
half
web
an
browser.
hour
That would
here.
take you to the
If you feel
teams
had
that's
to-
ending right now, but then you can
I don't
click
know,
on
like
visit
one
store,
if it's an individual
and then
player
you should be able
matchup,
to
if
go
it's
to the
just like
Warriors that
one
fits.
intriguing sort of strength v strength that you want to see, sort of
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to have an impact
Yeah,
in,
totally.
in
I
this
agree with
one.
you, Hockey.
Where do you want to start with that?
We've got a pair of pint-sized running backs in this game. Obviously, there's Darren Sproles on the Eagles side and Tariq Cohen on the Bears side. Cohen was named a first-team All-Pro as the NFL's punt returner this year, but he's also very effective and dangerous as a pass-catching running back.
Mm-hmm.
Can either one of those players exploit linebackers in space? I think the answer is that the better matchup is for Tariq Cohen against the Eagles linebackers than Darren Sproles against the Bears linebackers. For
What's up,
one, I think
Biju?
that
What's
Cohen,
up, DJ
albeit
Ol?
by just a little bit, is a more explosive
You
player
guys
than
all
Darren
in
Sproles,
into this
who
break? Are
continues-
you getting the team in
he
this
has
hockey, or are you
perfected
just
the
watching?
art of catching a screen pass. Like, he's been doing it for like 112 years. But also the Bears just have better linebacking play, better, more athletic, more explosive linebackers. So I'm keeping an eye on either one of those two backs and to see if one of them can break them, because I don't know that the vertical passing game is going to be a strength for either side.
Hawk, if you're looking at this thing, I know you like both of those running backs that he mentioned. What about the whole Khalil Mack versus Jason Peters, possibly Lane Johnson? You know what I mean? Like, just Khalil Mack and the attention he's going to command from the offensive line for Philly.
Khalil Mack is just one of those guys I don't think you can account for. You don't try to like match him up against people and say, hey, who's going to stop? You can try to neutralize. He's going to get off. You have to figure out ways to be effective in spite of Khalil Mack wrecking what you're used to doing on the offensive side of the ball. I seen someone joke on the internet that John Gruden should be voted the executive of the year because he turned both the Cowboys and the Chicago Bears into Super Bowl contenders by trading away Amari Cooper and Khalil Mack. And it was hard to argue because Khalil Mack, it seems like almost single-handedly, which I understand is not the case. There's great coaches there. They made great signings, and the players are playing well. But it seems like Khalil Mack joining that organization was the turning point. So, again, I just expect him to kind of have his way this game, and hopefully they can do enough things in spite of him wrecking their offense to help them pull out a victory.
There is something about Nick Foles, though, and I don't know. Man.
Something about you.
Well, it's just
tears me inside out.
Like, love to. Carson Wentz is the future of that team, right? Carson Wentz has the higher
I think
ceiling.
that's clear. That much
individually.
is clear, though. Right. So I think what it comes down to is this: there was a time, Randy, where the out clause for Nick Foles was basically he becomes a free agent by paying back the $2 million bonus that they paid him when they restructured his deal this past offseason. And Nick Foles becomes a free agent and does his best to get one more bite at the apple. The problem is this, and this is a good problem, is that over the past few weeks, he's played so well that merely allowing Nick Foles to walk feels like a short-sighted move by the Eagles at the moment. You want to potentially extract some value, because if you were to examine Nick Foles play over the past
this should be a
few
fun
weeks,
break.
and
This is my
juxtapose it
first
with
time doing
basically any
Revolutions
other
this year.
quarterback that's going to be available this offseason, it's about as
A lot of
desirable as
a lot of
there
people
is. Now,
enjoyed it. I
potentially
didn't
some
really
of these
care for
young
it last
players
year,
in the
but
draft,
this year's got some
Haskins,
hype. So,
Jones, Duke, one of these guys is going to come out, will become a better
The
long-term
Mavericks
rusher.
are
It's very
brilliant
possible,
with
right? I
Doncic.
mean, there tends to be at least one good quarterback in every draft. Yeah. But the surer thing
That guy's
for
a
a team
beast.
that might
I
feel
mean,
like
he's
it's
playing
closer
amazing.
to competing than not would be to try and acquire someone like Nick Foles. So I think the first world problem these guys have stumbled upon, the Eagles, is how do we get rid of Nick Foles tactically so that we're not just letting him walk away and, the best thing we're recouping is a compensatory draft pick a year away from now. Like, the Eagles want to get as much value as they can right now because their guys are their guys.
I just, looking at there's been a lot that's been made about the salaries of the quarterbacks who are in the postseason, right? Like the guys who are in the tournament, and how the top 5.5 or so, I think I heard it described, because Derek Carr is tied with Drew Brees for the 5th most average annual value, right? Average annual salary, right? Salary cap hit at the quarterback position. Yeah. Those guys are not in the tournament. Yeah. Right?
Which, I love that. I love how much of a life that narrative's taken on.
It really has. It's gone off to the
like,
point
would you
where
rather, like, it's like, yeah, you know something? I'd much rather have, you know, like, hey, Mike Glenn and Josh Rosen didn't make much money this year. That was pretty sweet, you know? But, like, you know, like, certainly would love, you know, like some of the other guys that are not. And by the way, if you expand it, like, if you look past those top 5 in terms of average annual value, if you were, like, to add $100,000 on, or take $100,000 away from number 5 on that list, you'd also have like Andrew Luck, Drew Brees, and like one other playoff quarterback. Like, such a ridiculous narrative that just took off like wildfire this past week.
I wonder if, looking at the, you know, listen, the age is always going to be a corollary to the salary cap hit that a quarterback takes, because if you're on your rookie deal, the money is what the money is. Like, Patrick Mahomes is locked into that deal, and Lamar Jackson is locked into that deal, and Trubisky's locked into his, just as in golf as well, I believe, just locked into their
like. And also, like, money. Why is it that hard for people to understand that when you have a quarterback who's making less money, it is easier to surround that player with talent, because talent typically costs a lot of money. In the same way that, like, the Sixers, to make a cross-sport analogy, have had the opportunity to go big and, you know, big game hunting with a Jimmy Butler. It's because, okay, well, right now, you've got Ben Simmons making rookie contract money. Now, he's the number 1 overall pick. It's not like he's making pennies. But the point is merely this, like, at some point, you're going to have to pay the piper in the form of the players that you drafted on your own. The Rams are going to have to do that. They already have. Todd Gurley. They have paid Rob Havenstein. Like, there are a bunch of good players that they've already paid so far. Yeah, the quarterback will eventually get paid, and then you know what happens? The model changes. You have to be like the Colts, where the Colts have a lot of money invested in their quarterback and not a lot of money invested in a lot of other players. Like, a lot of the guys in that roster are great values. The quarterback is the right value. So, Baltimore and Kansas City and LA and Philadelphia, you pay down on the quarterback and you pay big elsewhere.
And you better get your draft picks right. And then it's just the Colts have been on that tear.
Right.
Hawk, it's getting a little tight. It's getting tighter. Hey. It's getting tighter in Baltimore. That grab from Crabtree, that comes. So what just happened? Lamar Jackson rolling out on 4th and 6, hooked up with Michael Crabtree. Originally just called a first down, that he was down inside the 1-yard line, and then they review it and say that it's a touchdown. Hawk, that sort of comeback isn't possible. I'll just say this: isn't possible if Crabtree doesn't create some space from the defender.
Right?
Did he push off?
I mean, this is football, man. I mean, this is going to happen. Did the old lineman hold? Yeah, of course they did. It happens every play. We can't bog ourselves down with the knick-knack, paddywhack penalties, okay? What we're going to talk about here, and as the official radio host of Lamar Jackson Apologists, I am going to say, now that we're watching the Ravens offense open it up a little bit, it's now a tighter game. There's a minute and 59 seconds left. And the Ravens are down 17-23, right? So less than a touchdown down.
Yeah, or 23-17 if you're in America.
23-17 if you're in America, yes. So if we're watching Lamar Jackson throw the football, and you could say how pretty or not pretty it looks. You could also make the same argument for Phillip Rivers, but it's effective. Yep. Is this an issue that maybe they should have opened this offense up earlier, as suggested by the official radio host of Lamar Jackson Apologists?
Do you make money off of this somehow?
No, man. I just want to be right. I just said that he would play well, and this is all. That's my only skin in this game.
All right,
so that I'm right.
So right now it's Justin Tucker who lined it up for the 13th onside kick attempt of his career.
We'll see, maybe.
Again, he is 0 for 12.
They might kick it deep though.
He is 0 for. You're right. That's very true. At least the Los Angeles Chargers are lining up as though it's going to be an onside kick. Keep you updated on that. There's a lot more to get to, a lot more football to be played in Baltimore. Perhaps we were shoveling dirt a little bit too soon. Field Gates, Andrew Hawkins, Randy Scott with you. Operation Football on ESPN Radio.
The new ESPN app, now with ESPN Plus. Baseball, hockey, soccer, and college football. You want more? I hope so. Because with Plus, you get new films, shows,
be right back,
docs.
guys.
The new ESPN app. Download now and sign up for ESPN Plus today.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please call this toll-free number right now. 800-996-0672. That's 800-996-0672. By calling your addiction team, you're taking the first steps to recovery. The help you need could be one call away. 800-996-0672. 800-996-0672. Your addiction team is a third-party advertiser for various treatment centers and placement networks. Individual results will vary. Visit youraddictionteam.com/terms for more information.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
710 ESPN Seattle.
How would you like to make an extra $1,200 to $7,800 monthly safely investing in real estate tax lien certificates? Hi, I'm Tony Martinez, co-founder of USTLA, and over the last 20 years, I've been investing in tax lien certificates making 16% to 25% secured fixed returns while acquiring highly discounted properties mortgage-free. Now, I want to show you how to with my 50-page revealing report called Proof: Why Tax Lien Certificates Are the Superior Vehicle for Your Financial Success. In my report, you'll learn where to find tax lien certificates, how to safely earn 16 to 25% secured fixed returns, and how to acquire valuable real estate at huge discounts, mortgage-free. Now, for a limited time, I'll give anyone that calls a free copy of my powerful new report.
Call 800-550-3132 now to get Tony's free report. Call 800-550-3132 in the next 30 minutes, and Tony will give you 2 free tickets to his live training coming to the Seattle area, a $300 value. Call 800-550-3132 for your free report now.
Well, you've heard about employee pricing. It's on now at Evergreen Chevrolet. So, Dan, you're telling me I could buy any car in the lot for exactly what Tony or Wally or even you would pay?
That's right, Mike. You pay what we pay and not 1 penny more. Like Colorado Extended Cab 4x4s for just $24,900.
$24,900 for a Colorado 4x4? Look, these are some of the hottest trucks on the road, and Evergreen Chevrolet has over 80 of them in stock. Z71s, ZR2s. You get employee pricing on any of them. So shop 10 other Chevy stores, but then click evergreenchevrolet.com.
Employee pricing for all is on now. I guarantee you'll not pay a penny more than us. Always more, always for less. Find new roads to evergreenchevrolet.com, or as always, exit 15 I-90 Issaquah.
MSRP $29,595 less $46.95. Evergreen
Are you in this
Chevrolet
break,
discount.
Hockey? Do you have a
Cash
team?
Incentives for at this price. Sale ends 1/6/19. Negotiable dock service fee of $150 may be added to purchase price. Bins posted at dealership. See dealer for details.
Evergreen until I die.
I get it. Your desk has been there for you, holding up your computer, your unused stapler, and that plant you forgot to water. But maybe it's time to leave your desk and spend your lunch break volunteering with Meals on Wheels.
Doing Meals on Wheels for me is the joy that I look for at the end of my week. I'll come to the door with one meal and I'll walk away with a full heart.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org. That's americaletsdolunch.org. Brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Schools with the Professor, a football-only podcast hosted by John Clayton, going deeper into the NFL with exclusive interviews of coaches, players, and NFL personnel.
Pleased to be joined by Brandon Marshall, Kurt Warner, former running back. Very pleased to be joined by Wade Phillips.
The behind-the-scenes access from the NFL's most experienced journalists. The stories behind some of the biggest names in NFL history. Download the latest episode at 710sports.com/school. Your day starts with Brock and Salk's Need to Know every morning at 7:10 on 710 ESPN Seattle.
Back with the Operation Football ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Field Yates, Andrew Hawkins, Randy Scott with you. A reminder, we've got a college football playoff national championship game coming your way tomorrow night. ESPN television coverage beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern time from Santa Clara. Again, that game available on the ESPN app, but there are so many different ways to experience this game. The ESPN MegaCast has 17 different presentations. There's a Monday night film room with Joe Tessitore and Jason Witten and Booger McFarland. There's a field pass. It's one of my favorites where Adam Amin and Steve Levy are literally on the sideline, sort of providing a play-by-play, but also a field of a stream of consciousness, rather. Presentation of the game, the Goodyear Blimpcast with Matt Berry and El Duncan. TechCast is the All-22 video. So you're watching live coaches film, essentially. That's one of the options that Andrew Hawkins said he's looking most forward to. Their pylon cams and ref cam, all sorts of stuff. So it's on a variety of platforms: ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN Deportes, ESPN3,
no
the
worries.
app, plus all of it. So you can experience that again. And on ESPN Radio,
I mean, I
Sean
see your
McDermott,
Hockey
Todd
for
Blackledge,
Life. Do you
Holly
do
Rowe,
any other
Ian
cards that you
Fitzsimmons on the
collect?
call. That coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, that is on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, ESPNRadio.com as well. We are Operation Football. We're back with you. Andrew Hawkins, Field Gates, Randy Scott. In Baltimore, Lamar Jackson getting ready to get the football back. Less than a minute to play, down 6.
Gotcha.
Down 6 on the last drive for the Chargers. We had the debate. What do you do? It's 3rd and about 6, right? You throw to try to get it.
What do you normally buy into besides
now
hockey?
The Ravens are out of timeouts. Field, you said run. Hawk, did you say run or pass?
Or if you buy hockey.
I said pass because they ran it and they didn't get it. So I'm making this up. I didn't say it.
I said whatever turned out to be right. Whatever turned out to be the actual deal. So what happened? They gave the ball to Melvin Gordon and he did pick it up, but the flag on the play was due to Russell Okung and perhaps
Baseball
the
mostly.
holding penalty.
That's cool.
I don't know. I don't know how legit
Baji
in
up
that
there.
spot.
They're always
I'll
in
go
the
with
room
not legit would be the answer. Right?
talking, which
Terrible
is cool.
call. Honestly, I am not a big blame the refs guy.
But
in
you
these
go in all
circumstances,
sports,
but I
that's
would
cool.
just say this: if the Chargers get out of this game with a win, they're doing so with a big old sigh of relief too.
Yeah,
couple of calls that I think a lot of people feel have not gone in their favor so far. That being the latest one. And again, if
I like
that's not
hockey
called,
cards, but
they win
man,
this game.
I
Now,
can't
they've got
pronounce
45
half
seconds
of their
and a great
names, so
defense and a
I don't
Ravens
even
offense
mess
that held
around
in
with
check
it.
up until about 2 drives ago.
I'm excited for our hockey team that we're going to get. So
by the
I
Chargers.
think 2020 is when our arena should be
First and 10
done.
for the Ravens from their own.
Remember, no timeouts for Baltimore. They got to
So that would
move
be
fast here.
pretty
They don't have time
exciting
to
for
waste. You got to
Seattle.
get up and clock it. You got to be thinking situational football. You have to be thinking eventually the sideline is your friend. The biggest moment of Lamar Jackson's NFL career starts, or has started right now.
Picked up the first down, but still now 28 seconds to play as you're on still the wrong side of the 50-yard line for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Hawk, in this circumstance, I know you've been in this in your playing career. What do you like? I don't want to say what are you feeling because it's the immediacy of the moment here. But what do you want to see from your quarterback, young or old, in this drive, in this situation?
I mean, you're just hoping for the best. Hope in most of the situations I've been in like this, I mean, you just expect it to go to your best.
I think we'll get a lot of
playmaker.
people from
You
Canada that
expect
come
to put it
down
in the hands of the
not
guys
too
that
far.
know. Well, I mean, that's the point. Is it Lamar Jackson? I mean, that's the entire question. Who is the guy you have to rely on? The Ravens don't really have a guy like that. So, you know, what it comes down to is someone has to make a play.
Yeah, and it looks like someone did make a play, and that someone plays for the Los Angeles Chargers. Another fumble from Lamar Jackson, his third of the day. The first, though, recovered by the Bolts as he was stripped of the football as he was dropping back to pat, literally in his throwing motion. Was it Melvin Ingram who recovered it?
Nope. It was, let's see. Who recovered it? It was Melvin Ingram who recovered it.
Ingram got back to recover it, and now it's just nothing but a knee. Exactly. He has
What's up,
HOF? Kneel down here in victory formation for the Chargers because the Ravens can't stop the clock, and quite frankly, it's about 20 seconds to play anyway. So Phillip Rivers, it's the good kind of non-cussing from Rivers after the bad kind of non-cussing after the holding penalty on Russell Okung there. So right now we can forecast and we can look ahead to next week.
What's up, Jacket?
On the AFC side. So divisional weekend is going to have the Chargers at the 5 seed visiting the Patriots, right? So 5v2, 5 seed at the 2 seed Patriots, and it's going to be
left
on the 6-seeded Colts against the top seed Chiefs at Arrowhead.
3 teams to be exact, so we should be getting going
right
here
now,
pretty soon.
Right? Don't even think about Don't think about the right answer. Just give the answer, Hawk. Right now, which road team do you have the most faith in? Colts or Chargers?
I like the Colts. I just feel good about the way Andrew Luck has been playing and the way Frank Reich has his team just, you know, building the right chemistry and getting hot at the right time.
All right, that is the Saturday matchup. What about you, Field? Which road team do you feel best about?
Chargers. Chargers are undefeated outside of the state of California this season. Undefeated. They have every game they've played outside of California, they've won. That's crazy.
Did not know that.
Yeah, weeks 2, 6, 7, 9, 13, 15, 17, and today. 8 games they played outside of California. They are now 8-0. Think about that. How crazy is it? Now, it's hard to win on the road, period, in the NFL, but to do so on 8 separate occasions, and in some circumstances, it means traveling 4 time zones. Like when they went to London, they beat the Titans. I know it's a home game.
Yeah, but
it's going on YouTube.
They also won a game in
Timberwolves are up next.
But that's in the same state, obviously. So that's 9 games won, not at their own home stadium. They actually lost a game on the road. Their only road loss this year when they played the Chargers. I mean, when they played the Rams. Excuse me.
Oh, I got it.
They played LA versus LA. That's the only run. Only loss this year for them on the road. Pretty crazy, yeah.
They need, like, we're seeing Melvin Gordon, and we're seeing how effective he was today, which is to say not very. He did have a rushing touchdown, but it was inside the 2-yard line. And I just don't know that the knee injuries that he's dealing with, guys, are anything that's going to get better or healthier, because he's not going to have an opportunity to rest. He can't afford to take any of these weeks off. I mean, unless you just flat out don't play him next week. But it is, you know what? If you were to pick a game, and we're sort of stream of consciousness talking about this, but if you were to pick a game where Melvin Gordon takes a back seat, maybe you dress him, but you don't play him as much, it's this week, because the Patriots rushing defense hasn't been great over really the second half of the season.
It's just so tough
Golden
to
State
be in the
Warriors
playoffs and be trying to, plan out how far you're going to go, and then also try to get your guy healthy. At this point, I don't know if Melvin would even be interested in doing that. If he can go even a little bit, he's probably going to go. But you're 100% right when you talk about the way the Patriots rushing defense is. You could probably make it with Melvin's backup or whoever else they're going to rely on for the run game by committee. But again,
that means you paid. So I just try to catch up with the payments. So the ones that are in white have not paid for them yet. So
could be biased field, but I don't.
Are you in this break, Corey?
Drop off, like a crazy drop off to the other options they have in the backfield there. Considering Melvin Gordon's at 75%.
Well, yeah.
At 75%,
sure,
excuse me, to be fair.
I think today, the reason why it was such a mediocre day for Melvin, average day for Melvin.
Yeah.
I think it was like just over 2 yards a carry, but that he did find the end zone. Was that Ravens run defense is just that good. It's a dominant, destructive force.
And they really are. And the Patriots is not. I mean, but few teams are on the Ravens level. All right, so we'll get into the Colts and the Chiefs as well on the other side. And we're now about 10 minutes away from kickoff in Chicago. Field Gates, Andrew Hawkins, Randy Scott with you. It's Operation Football, ESPN Radio.
Right now, the NFL's total operating budget
what
is
teams
like
did you get?
$14 billion, and we're talking about $11 billion coming maybe from gambling alone.
Nice, you paid. All right, I'll highlight those here in a second.
Monday morning at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN News.
I just bounce back and forth and try to catch up to everything.
Hassle it can be. You have to rent or borrow a truck and then find someone to help you move your stuff. And let's face it, moving furniture and heavy items without damaging them isn't easy. Renting the unit is worse. The hidden fees and admin costs are scarier than the dingy facilities you're leaving your stuff in. Why not use Closet Box instead? Closet Box is self-storage without leaving home. They'll pick up your belongings, store them securely, and bring any item back when you need it. The best part? Unlike traditional self-storage, you only pay for what you store. No paying for unused storage space. Closet Box's background check storage movers are licensed, bonded, and insured and will take care of all of the heavy lifting. Closet Box's local storage centers are temperature controlled and monitored 24/7. Closet Box has an A+ rating from the BBB. Call 877-233-5696 now for the season's best rates. Get $50 off first month storage using code RADIO50. That's 877-233-5696. 877-233-5696.
What's up, P. Dudes?
710 ESPN Seattle.
Guys, look, as we get older, most of us will have problems with our male performance. Maybe it's occasional, maybe it's all the time. This causes stress in our relationships. You may have tried pills or supplements. If they didn't work well, you may feel that you'll never have a healthy love life again. Well, now there are medical providers that focus on men's sexual health. Universal Men's Clinic helps men suffering from erectile dysfunction.
I'm Dr. Charles Arakaki. The Universal Men's Clinic specializes in using modern medicine.
Warriors just sold, buddy. They just sold for $31.
Suffering from ED or low testosterone. Our professional staff is specially trained, discreet, and confidential. They are dedicated to helping you find the right medication for your sexual health needs and have helped men with sexual function issues, even those who have not been able to perform.
It's an eBay break.
Call Universal Men's Clinic at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit universalmensclinic.com.
Every 9 minutes, someone is diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a chronic neurological disorder that has no cure.
She'd been diagnosed about
Warriors
6 months ago, and
the
her
Wizards
doctor
are the
told
last team
her to get her affairs in order.
so.
And she left that appointment thinking that every day was going to be her last.
Jean Allenbach says since 1961, the American Parkinson Disease Association has supported research toward a cure and is there to lend a helping hand for people dealing with this chronic but not fatal disease every single day.
Yes, there's challenges with Parkinson's and things that come along with it, but you can live a full life with Parkinson's. And that's the thing that just got to me, is that there's people out there living with Parkinson's that don't know that we're here to turn to and feel alone.
That's why Bonneville Seattle is proud to partner with the Seattle Seahawks and Carter Subaru in honoring the American Parkinson Disease Association as our charity of the month. Find out more at mynorthwest.com.
Okay, men, this is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. No, you won't. Because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough.
Most teams are paid, of course, so hopefully everybody gets their payments in and we can get started on time. I'll do the 15-minute countdown after the last team is sold.
AARP.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by
what teams are left over that aren't paid
Everything
for.
Seattle sports at once. Need to know with Brock and Salk every morning at 7:10 on 710 ESPN Seattle.
Nice, Mark. Congratulations. Welcome to the room.
ESPN Radio Sports Center.
I'm Chad Ryder in the final.
Normally the new guys do pretty good, so
Rivers will settle under center. Takes the
it should be fun. I remember my first break about 5 years ago.
Chargers. Melvin Gordon with a 1-yard dive.
KFI AM 640, the call. That was the lone touchdown of the game for the Chargers. A Melvin Gordon 1-yard burst in the fourth quarter. But Los Angeles also used 4 field goals from rookie Mike Badgley and sacked Lamar Jackson 6 times. Forced 4 Baltimore fumbles, 3 by Jackson, including the final one to seal the victory. Jackson had 2 late touchdown throws to Michael Crabtree, but the Chargers move on with a 23-17 win over the Ravens in Baltimore. Chargers will face the Patriots next Sunday in the divisional round in New England.
There's a lot of
game of the weekend is in the
variations in this product, so all these cards will ship, so everything will be shipped from this case. So.
Dabo Sweeney and Nick Saban.
All right, 15-minute countdown, guys.
Problem with Clemson and Alabama meeting up for a 4th straight meeting in the college football national championship.
And then we'll see what teams aren't paid for.
Tomorrow night on ESPN TV, radio, and the app, with coverage starting at 6:30 Eastern. NBA, the Celtics will get
so if you guys have any interest,
tomorrow night's game against the Nets after he missed
I will let you know what teams are available.
In his left eye. 3 games right now in the NBA. Nets lead the Bulls 48-46 in the
Send everybody an email.
46-43 lead on the Clippers.
It is very addicting.
In the second quarter,
yeah, all cards on this, Mark, will ship because they all have different types of variations and stuff like that. So if typically I don't ship base veterans, but on certain product I will ship everything. So I have to sort the back of these because the different variations are printed on the back. You know, like the atomics and there's just so many different variables. Yeah. You know, so you have like, you know, Astro, Fractal, Groove, Impact, Galactic, you know, Cosmic, Sunburst, Cubic, Lava. So there's so many different variations. I just ship them all because I don't want to accidentally miss something. So on a product like this that has so many different things, they just all go out. So.
That is the costliest of turnovers on the day, where the Ravens did have a few of them. We're back with you. It's Operation Football on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Let me send an email to the people waiting for payments, and hopefully we get started on time.
Go the Chargers, and I don't know if in this situation they go back out west and spend a couple days in the sun before headed back back east, or if they just stay on the East Coast and sort of get further acclimated to the time zone. But that's what the Chargers are going to do. That one is next Sunday, a week from today at 1:05 p.m. Eastern time. Let's see. The other matchup would be coming your way Saturday, and that's the Colts at the Chiefs. And while we wait to take you down to Baltimore to hopefully hear some of the post-game comments here from John Harbaugh and possibly Lamar Jackson and anyone else we can get our hands on there in the locker room. We do have Lamar Jackson at the podium. So this is Lamar Jackson at the podium right now down in Baltimore.
Is there anything different that, in the fourth quarter that allows you to?
Just start playing football. That's all that happened, at the beginning. A lot of throws, wasn't hit. I supposed to made turnover, fumbled once. And, I wasn't playing my game today. I'm ticked off about that. Definitely.
Lamar, do you feel any different coming in this game or not?
No, I didn't. Not at all. Same team, just a different day.
Lamar, they slowed you down a lot in the second half the first time you played. Why has this been?
Say it again?
They slowed you down somewhat.
First half?
No, the second half the first time you guys played.
Okay.
Why was this such a tough matchup for you guys from offense?
I can't tell you. I just feel like we wasn't in it today. I didn't play my game at all. Only towards the end. There's a lot of things I need to work on. We lost.
Lamar, did you put more in the box? 7 or 8 in that first half?
They really having linebackers out there. They have most of the DBs in the box for more speed, I guess. But we still should have executed. That shouldn't stop us. We stopped ourselves.
Lamar, when the fans were booing you guys in the third quarter and the fourth quarter, did that bother you?
Nah, man. Still love the fans. They gonna come fill up seats for us, man. No hard feelings. They looking for better than us. We didn't perform well. Happens sometimes.
All right.
And again, that is Lamar Jackson speaking to the media down in Baltimore following his first postseason NFL start and the first postseason loss of his NFL career. Is Phillip Rivers, guys, listen. Phillip Rivers, I know, playing MVP caliber football, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer one day, but Rivers in the postseason with this win improved to 5-5. So he has now improved to being a 500 quarterback in the playoffs. And, I get that sometimes these win-loss records for quarterbacks can be skewed. I mean, Joe Flacco was 10-5 in his postseason career, and it certainly didn't seem like the Ravens were close to bringing him in today, no matter what Twitter said. So the win-loss record can be a little different.
Fascinating, but it's really a fascinating decision, right? So let's look at this just on a global scale. Like, the end result was they had the football with 45 seconds to go and a chance to score a touchdown, and
down
sort
6.
of won the game, right?
Yeah.
So in some ways, looking back on it, John Harbaugh's decision to keep Lamar Jackson on the
About
field.
10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. And then what we'll do is, just so you new
see
guys,
Joe Flacco
what's
go
up, Jay-Bird?
prior to
How's it
that
going,
at
bud?
all.
Just so the
But
new
yet his
people that have
countdown
never broke with me
suggests
before,
that there was at least some
when we're waiting for
communication about it.
payments on eBay, what I do is
I think we have to
open up all the cards, I mean all the packs and cards, and set them on the table, and then before we start going through them, I will send one more email to the people that haven't paid, and then I will offer the team to the rooms. So as of right now, the teams that we have available that are not paid for are the Celtics, which is a great team.
My personal opinion, and
the Pistons, the Warriors, which Eric has already paid for one team, so I'm not worried about that one. The Bucks, Blazers, Raptors, and the Wizards. So as of right now, those are the teams that are possibly available for sale.
Like you said, you are a supporter of
Jay-Bird, MJ, how's it going?
Then he goes and has a fourth quarter. Like
how's everybody on YouTube doing? Log in, chat, have some
like,
fun. You have about
where was that all game? And some of that
10 more minutes to wait for these teams to be paid for.
Right.
And then you take the foot off the
gas a little bit. So yeah, I hear what you guys are saying, and I agree. And I know we tongue-in-cheek talk about Lamar Jackson and me supporting him I like him as a person. I think he's just a transparent kid. When you hear him talking his post game, he sounds like a kid talking and just telling it like it comes to his mind, which is something that I appreciate. But as it pertains to the quarterback position, to kind of rebuttal what Field said, I just always feel that if you're going to pull a quarterback at any point in the game, that is a point of no return. right? And I get we're in the playoffs. I get there's a lot of things on the line. If the Baltimore Ravens feel like Lamar Jackson is their quarterback next year and beyond, you cannot pull him in that situation. Even in the middle of the season, when we talked about Jacksonville and they pulled Blake Bortles, I was against them pulling Blake Bortles if they were only just going to put him back in a couple weeks later. Because that sends a message not only to your team, the people around him, the organization, everybody watching. If you're pulling Lamar Jackson because he's playing bad, you are saying you are not the solution at quarterback. This isn't a, hey, you're not playing well, we're going to go with the hot hand. This isn't baseball. They are moving on from Joe Flacco, which is what I think kept him off of the field. Because if Joe Flacco goes in there and he balls out, let's say he balls out, wins that playoff game, the conversation starts to become, well, whose problem is this? Is Joe Flacco the guy? If we have to put the guy that we benched in for the guy that we made the starter, what does the future look like? So I just don't think from an organizational standpoint or even from a confidence standpoint with the team or the quarterback, if he's playing bad and you think he's your future leader, you leave him in the game. If not, then I agree. Bench him, go with the hot hand, but understand that there's no long-term plan.
Well, it's like you just said, like Lamar Jackson, if he is the quarterback for the future or for next season and beyond, well, John Harbaugh is the quarterback, or excuse me, the coach for next season and beyond because of what Lamar Jackson has done and because he made that call to go to his rookie, probably ahead of schedule. I mean, you said it, like, Lamar Jackson was not supposed to be in this role. Like, ideally,
it was an injury that led to it.
Right. Season plays out that way for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson maybe has a year like Patrick Mahomes had in his true rookie season.
Yeah, that could be. And, it's fascinating. And, again, it's somewhat inconsequential, right? They lost the game, and now let's figure out what happens beyond this season. And it feels like a formality.
All right,
Joe Flacco
so other
not
teams
be
just got picked
in 2019.
they're coming in. They're coming in slow.
Right. But I think that what it comes down to, too, is a couple of things. Not just that it's Lamar Jackson's team going forward, but also how does this offense take shape? What do you do to build the football team around Lamar Jackson? Yeah. Because I think it's clear, and this is not a shot at Lamar Jackson. It's just a reality, is that with Lamar Jackson at quarterback, under center, you play different style of offense, and you have to cater it, right? Like in the same way that offenses in college recruit certain players based off of their style of offense, you're going to do the same thing in the NFL. Like, is it worth paying Michael Crabtree $8 million a season when he is obviously still a part of your roster? He had a touchdown today, but, like, look at his production since Lamar Jackson became a starter.
Yeah.
It's now, I think, 8 full games. And I would imagine that his full season stats would be something like, 45 catches. 45 catches is not worth $8 million a year.
No.
So it's just a matter of finding a way to configure your offense, or perhaps reconfigure it.
Operation Football again on ESPN Radio. We are brought to you and presented rather by Progressive Insurance, and guests join us on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. Just about ready for kickoff in Chicago. Eagles and the Bears. We'll look at potential matchups. We've run through the AFC, potential divisional round matchups in the NFC, taking you up to top of the hour right here. It's Operation Football with Field Yates and Andrew Hawkins and Randy Scott with you on ESPN Radio.
Got one person left. One person left, guys.
Russillo Show Pod. We've got Jeff Van Gundy, today's young stars, how you deal with Harden, and the meanest thing Jordan ever said to him, and a surprise for Van Gundy. That and the Steelers. I choose to back no one in this drama. The Russillo Show Pod on the ESPN app and Apple Podcasts.
Boy, am I glad to be done with my holiday shopping.
Oh, I know.
And now I just want to relax.
Me too. Well, except there's one more store we should check out.
Oh, no way.
Because this week, we can get a Samsung, LG, or Sony TV at an incredible price.
Really? Where?
At Video Only's year-end clearance sale. They're really cutting deals.
Because the holidays are over?
Yep. So this is our chance to get what we wanted for Christmas.
Are the prices really that good?
Yes. For 7 days they are. And Video Only has those top-rated models we were thinking about all on sale.
All right. The best stuff cheap is worth a trip.
At Video Only, you won't find huge stores with refrigerators or dishwashers, but you will find the best deals on HD TVs, Blu-rays, cameras, camcorders, and home theater systems. Shop around. Just make sure you visit Video Only, because if you don't, you'll be sorry.
3 minutes, guys, and then I'll get started, and we'll try one more time to see if this guy's going to pay for his team. So in 3 minutes, we'll start opening up boxes and packs.
At the CMA Foundation, we believe every child should have the access and opportunity to participate in quality music programs. Music education isn't just important if you're going to make it your career. It helps boost student engagement and achievement across all academic subjects, and helps children develop the abilities that set them up for lifelong success. Music has always been a huge part of my life. When I started taking clarinet lessons in 6th grade band, a whole world was open to me. I learned how to read music and play multiple instruments. From there, I sang in choir and learned about melodies and harmonies and chords and how to string them together to make this beautiful thing called music. The music education that I received as a student set me up for success as an adult, not just in my career, but in my life. Music is transformative, and I want to ensure that it's never silenced. Learn how you can help support music education at itstartswithme.org.
Every 9 minutes, someone is diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a chronic neurological disorder that has no cure.
She had been diagnosed about 6 months ago, and her doctor told her to get her affairs in order, and she left that appointment thinking that every day was going to be her last.
Jean Allenbach says since 1961, the American Parkinson Disease Association has supported research toward a cure and is there to lend a helping hand for people dealing with this chronic but not fatal disease every single day.
Yes, there's challenges with Parkinson's and things that come along with it.
All right, guys, I'm going to get started, and then, like I said, we'll see
and that's the thing that
what happens with this. So let me hit record. What is going on, everybody? Triple X 12th Man here with Epic Case Breaks. Coming at you with our 2018-19 Revolution half case eBay break number 1. I want to thank everybody that's joined the break, all my new customers. Mark, welcome to the room. And all my previous customers, I thank you guys so much. So we have 3 teams that we're waiting to pay for. What I'm going to do right now is decide if we're going to do the left or right side of the box. We'll open up all the packs, and then before we go through them, we will see if the 3 teams are paid for, and then if not, I will offer them to the room for what they sold for. And then if we have interest of that people, let's say a couple of you guys are interested in the Celtics, we'll have a little auction between you two. And then if the teams don't sell, then not a big deal. Typically those teams are the teams that hit. So here we go. So I'm going to start opening up this case here real quick. So let me get this all set up so we can get rocking and rolling. All right. Yeah, I'll let you guys know here in a second. So you can see that we have a fresh case. So we got a fresh case. It is sealed. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open her up. And then what we're going to do is see what side we're going to break first. So I'll let you guys decide on that. Alright, so we have 2 inner cases. So oops, I moved my camera. So you guys tell me left or right. Left or right. You guys decide. The first 2 people that put what side we're going to do, that's what side we're going to break. So left or right. Just type it in chat. What side we're going to break first. Because this will be break number 1 and the other one will be break number 2. So do we have any suggestions, left or right? We got 1 for left. 1 for left. Anybody else, left or right? Well, it looks like I'm going to go with, so left, we got 2 left. All right, so this guys is going to be number 1, and then this will be number 2. So there we go. We got both of our breaks set up. The other break will be tomorrow morning. So if you guys don't get your team, then or what you were looking for, make sure you get into the second half. It is in the store for tomorrow morning. Alright, so we got 8 boxes of like I said, I'm going to open up these first, and then we'll see if the other team got paid for. Hopefully everybody's having a good Sunday. Being a difficult box, this one is. Alright, so 0 empty box. Man, this thing's being tough. But yeah, welcome all of my new people to the room. Thank you guys so much. I hope I hit you some good cards. Oh man, these boxes are being a pain. And everything will ship, guys. Everything will ship. So man, they got these things sealed good. Normally these open up pretty dang easy. Box, and we'll open up the packs. Like I said, I'll check and see if he made his payment, and then we'll offer those up to the room. So let's open up the packs first, and then I will double check, and then we'll get going. I do wear gloves when I go through the cards. I'm just, for my new guys that haven't been in here, I just open up all these first. Yeah, they might be amped, so I'll let you know here in a second. So yeah, the Bucks might be available. So, and I don't think they sold for very much. So the Bucks, Wizards, and Celtics are possibly available. Yeah, I'll let you know here once I'm done opening up all these. What the guy's bought breaks before. He does have a couple of non-pays that people have left on his eBay ratings. So we shall see how he gets his payment in. How's everybody's Sunday going? Yeah, I know, Amp. I was rooting for Lamar as well, so my Seahawks lost, so I'm kind of bummed about that. We played pretty shitty. Excuse my language, but it was not a pretty game for us. Boy, these packs are just a little bit of a pain to open. Ugh. Yeah, the Bears game should be here pretty soon, I think. I don't know who I want to root for on that one. Probably root for the Bears. It's been a while since they've been to the playoffs. Too risky. I like, you know, the rookie quarterbacks, so always root for those guys. Jesus criminy. These are some of the worst. Oh, hold on a second. I might have to do this the old-fashioned way. That pack did not want to open. Better be something good in there. It was like on lockdown. Oh, that is comical. And no, he's the wild card king. That's his first wild card loss, I think. He's always clutch in the wild card. Ooh, we got something big, I think, in this pack. This side. It looked pretty. We could have a nice nice card. I don't think he choked. Our defense played pretty well. We didn't. I don't think we sacked Prescott at all. Oh no, Frank Clark did. Yep, that's what he did. Frank Clark did. There was a little bit of shit talking on that one. Oh, you know, I had him for my fantasy football, and then I had Deshaun Watson. So I always played in between those two, depending on the matchup. But for the most part, I used Wilson throughout the year. Man, these are the most difficult packs I have opened this year. These things are horrible. Almost done. If you guys are new to my room, this makes things go by pretty quick once they're all opened. I'm hoping to see some nice cards on this half. I've seen a lot of hot cases for this too. A lot of Galactics. There was one case I was watching that had six Galactics in it. That was pretty monster. What's up, Canuck? What's up, Emphis? What's up, Jay? What's up, Ninja? Are you guys in this break? I don't know all the names on YouTube because it doesn't show your guys' names unless you chat in the chat box. Almost done, guys, and then we'll check those teams, and then we'll get going and see if you guys want them. And if not, I think I have one. I think Amp's interested in the Bucks. Looks like we froze a little bit on the breaker side, unfroze. Or glitching. Alright. So let me check payments real quick, guys. See if he got his payment in. I think he got his payment in, so. Yeah, the teams are paid for, so we are full and ready to rock and roll. Alrighty. Here we go, guys. We are set. Good deal. Everybody is paid for in full, so let's go. Thank you, everybody that got your payments in. Alright, so like I said, everything will ship. We will do a hit recap on the numbered and auto cards at the end of the break. And bear with me, because this is the first time I've gone through these this year, so I have to see what the... Typically I go through the back first. Just to pull out the number cards. And so there's an auto or something big. I'll just do this because they hide numbers on the back, and then we'll go through the front. So there were some numbers there. All right, so here we go. Here's our first look at Revolution. So these are the base, but the rookies will go. Hutchinson. Like I said, everything will ship, guys. Mitchell, Lynn. So these are their base. We have a Porter rookie. And then we have a Frazier Jr. rookie. Shake Milton, a rookie. Ben Simmons. Alright, let's take a look at some of these real quick. These should be... So our first auto, nice. That is just sick. Congratulations. I think that's our new guy Mojo right there. Philadelphia 76ers. I think that was Matt J. There you go, buddy. Congratulations on card, Allen Iverson. This is an infinite 14/25. Congratulations. That is epic right there to start off with the Iverson. Not numbered. And then we have Darren Jordan, Mikal Bridges. You see these how they're marked on the back, like this is a groovy, so I'll go through all those and we'll get those going together. Wendell Carter Jr., Aaron Gordon, that's a groovy. Chris Middleton, I think that's just a base right there. We have a Giannis, not numbered, and we have a Zach Randolph. Ooh, so this is a cosmic, so this is 16/100 for the Sacramento Kings. So yeah, Matt, congratulations, buddy. And then we have a shockwave of Westbrook. So, and then we have Markington Vortex, so that's an impact, and 2 base. Get my stuff all together here. Got some numbered there. All right, here we go, guys. Those are all veteran based, but like I said, they will ship out. Shamet. We have a Devontae Graham. That's an impact. I'll sleeve all those for you guys. And we have a Melvin Frazier Jr. That's Astro. And we have those. Mitchell Robinson, Kyle Steen, Groovy. All right, so let's see what we have here. We have, so LeBron James, Vortex, and his Lakers. Another LeBron James, that's a nice one, Impact. And then we have a nice Kevin Knox. This is a Groovy, and we have Anthony Davis, and then we have a Mike Conley. I think this is numbered, yes, 38 of 50. This is a cubic. Nice little cubic right there. All right, that was the first two boxes, guys. Not too shabby. We had a pretty big auto out of the first two boxes. And again, everything will ship. I will do a hit recap at the end of the break for the numbered and the hits. All right, guys, good luck. Next two boxes. All right, Dante rookie. These are all, I think that's yeah, Astro. I'll go through all those once we're done. Sleeve them. We have a Wagner rookie. These are all base bats. And Vanderbilt. And we have a Hunter, I think, yep, Astro, Bledsoe. We'll just do all the hits here at the end. All right, guys. Rookie of Me Too. Rookie of Williams III. Leonard, Groovy. Groovy, Groovy, Groovy. And Trey Young. And Melton, Allen. Alright. And then let's do our hits. Oh, there we go. Right off the bat, we have a nice Jerome Robinson, Clippers. James B. Congratulations. And these are all on-card autos too, guys. So they're really nice cards. So the Clippers got an auto. James B. And then we have a Durant Revolution. Mobamba. Anthony, sorry about that. Anthony Davis. Chris Paul. Dirk. Bledsoe. Karl Anthony Towns. Blake Griffin. Victor Oladipo. Kevin Knox. Impact. Stephen Curry. It's a nice card. Lonzo Ball. McCollum. Dante. Ooh, so we have a Cosmic right here. So we have 16 of 100 for the Bucks. And then we have Lonnie Skywalker and a Shockwave of Westbrook and Dirk base. So that was, oops, put that in the wrong spot. Alright, so that was box 3 and 4. So it looks like they're holding true, about one auto to every 2 boxes. Hopefully we can get more. We've had some good, oh, this looks like it has a couple, so that's exciting. Uh-oh. That could be pretty. That one was a numbered one. Alright guys, here we go. Base. Musa, Wagner. Carter. And Vanderbilt. Groovy. Groovy. Michael Porter Jr. This is Astro. Like I said, I will sleeve all those. Derrick Rose. Got a low number there. That could be something. I'm not sure exactly. That was the gold shiny thing I saw. So maybe it'll be a monster. Alright, guys. Wall. And me too. Lonnie Skywalker. Trae Young. Melton. So we have a Joel. Oops. Yeah, Joel Embiid. Nothing. Isaiah Thomas. Hit refresh on your guys' thing if you're. This is a sunburst for the Denver Nuggets sunburst. So number 50, 75. Nice little thing right there. Westbrook. Smith. DeRozan. And we have another sunburst. So 54 of 75. TJ Warren for the Suns. Alright guys. Vortex. Draymond Green. And our auto for the Chicago Bulls. Markkanen. I always screw his name up, but congratulations, Bulls. Eric K. Nice autograph on there. Alright. Michael Porter Jr. Kevin Durant. And Kawhi Leonard. And Draymond Green. So, oops, that rookie goes here. Alright, guys, that was box 5 and 6. 7 and 8 are coming up. All right, if I haven't got you something, good luck. I think the second half of this case is going to be the loaded half. I think it's going to be the loaded half. All right, here we go. Galactic. Yeah, I'll go through them all, buddy. Every card will be shipped. So I think we've had I haven't seen a Galactic yet. I don't think. There could be one in here. We'll look. Everything ships on this, so. These are Astros. Ogie, Astro. Bridges, Astro. Kevin Knox. That looked like a whirl, but it wasn't. So we have a Groovy, lots of Groovies. Yeah, all cards shipped, so nothing is left behind. Just in case I miss something. Hutchinson. That's a Fractional. It's a nice one. Sticky, sticky. There we go. We got a Don Kick. There's our first Don Kick. Luca. It's a base Luca. Fractional. All right, here's our hits. Yeah, I'll go through them all, James. So. Looks like so we have a Shockwave, Kyrie Irving. I will look for that. That's an Impact. Giannis, Jaylen Brown, Cosmic. So this one is 24 of 100. Yeah, no worries, James. I'll run through those. That's why I ship everything on this, because I don't want to miss out on anything. I have a lot of happy customers, so. Rubio, Groovy. Oh, wow. Now that's epic. Congratulations, Dallas Mavericks. Roderick T. Getting the Dirk. That is just epic right there. Wow, we had two nice vet autographs. Wow. Allen Iverson and Dirk. But the other half's going to be rookie loaded. I already know it. So the other half, guys, get your teams on the other half. Miles Bridges, Simmons Groovy, Miles Bridges, Melton Groovy, Walker, Gasol, Impact, LeBron James, Donovan Mitchell, Impact, Chris Paul again, and we have a Groovy there. So wow, that was pretty dang good. So let me do this real quick, guys, for you. One, we're going to do a hit recap. Two, I just want to roll through the back of these real quick and see if I missed one of the cards. So we got, oh, they're putting them on that side. So Astro, Astro. These are all the rookies. Astro, Impact, Astro. There's a Fractal, Groovy, Astro. All right, so no, none of that stack. Let's do this real quick and just see if we can catch that real quick so I can sleeve her up. Actually, I'm just going to do this Astro Groovy just so it'll make it easier when I start sorting, shipping all this out to you guys. All cards will ship today too. Groovy, Factual. All cards will go out today. Factual, Impact, Groovy, 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 Impact, Groovy. And then I'll do a hit recap. Just hold on one second, guys. Just take me a second to go through these. Astro. Astro, Groovy, Groovy. Now, why is that one different on the back? Oh well. Impact. Astro, Astro. Okay, is this the one that we're looking for? Is this the oh no, that's just an insert. Astro, Groovy. That's why this product is tough to break too. Factual. Oh, there's Cosmic. I missed the Cosmic. I'll sleeve that one. That's Eric Bledsoe. Impact. Factual. This is what I normally do at the end, but I just want to see what our card is. Astro, Groovy, Astro. And let's see, come on. Yeah, I'll look at those too, James. I'm just going through the base vets right now. Impact. Because I'd like you guys to see who got it. So Groovy, Astro. I don't remember. Let's see, Groovy. Yeah, I want to see who gets that card. And the last little stack of base vets, and then we'll go through the inserts. Astro. Watch it be the last card. Factual. Astro. Groovy. Is it James, is it one per inner case or one per is it one per inner case or is it one per master case? Oh, okay, so this is just the first half of the inner case, so it might be on the other side. We have a Groovy. Yeah, it could be on the other side. If it's, because this is just this is the first inner case. Impact, Groovy, Impact. So I'm guessing it's on the other half. Impact. I think the other half is going to be loaded. Impact. Impact. Yeah, so it's on the other half. It's going to be on the other half. But let me just, so here's our hit recap, and then I'll check the back. So here's our numbered cards. So Jaylen Brown, Luka's not numbered, TJ Warren, Thomas, Dante, Mike Conley, and Zach Rudolph. And on the back we have a Cosmic, Cubic, Cosmic, Sunburst, and Cosmic for that. And then our autos, we got Dirk, Markkanen, and Robinson, and Allen Iverson, and we have an Infinite. And that was that, guys. So the it's on the other half. Yeah, so it's on the other half of this. So the case hit is live on the other half, guys. So I do want to thank you guys so much that got into this. This first half was a decent break, you know, with name rookies or the case hits. So the other half of this is in the store for tomorrow morning. So grab your guys' teams. Have an awesome Sundays. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.